Panasonic, the heart of your system.
Hi guys, Storm here for Kit Guru, and this is the Edge GX1 Gaming Chair. This fancy piece of gaming furniture comes in at an eye-watering £809.99. That's not including the headrest or the footrest that I'm currently resting on. So, is this worth your hard-earned cash? A lot of people tend to drop a lot of money for a new CPU or an upgraded graphics card, but for some reason the spine isn't worth it. So you'd be forgiven in thinking that all gaming chairs are supposed to be the racing style kind of chair with the bucket seats, but the guys at Edge really want to educate us as to why their ergonomic beauty is the way forward. So right off the bat, this chair is pretty gorgeous. It's made of a combination of polyurethane, polyester and cotton, which basically means that when it's in the summer, you're going to stay cool, and when it's in the winter, you're going to stay hot. You really don't want to mix the combination of toasted buns and cool buns in the wrong weather. The seat itself is memory foam on the molded base, which reduces the tailbone pressure. The seat's a little bit firmer around the bum area, and closer to the coccyx is a little bit softer. So the idea is that you've got a little bit of soft area for the tailbone to kind of rest in, less pressure on the base of your spine. Armrests can be adjusted in quite a few ways, which is nice. You've got your height, you can move it in and out, you can rotate it, you can move it forward and backwards, which is great if you've got a weird body like mine with a short torso and long arms. This also comes with an inflatable lumbar support, which I've personally never seen, though I'm told I'm very easily impressed. But it comes with this little pump here, and it increases the lumbar support on the back of your chair here. It has a pressure release, so you can release it as well, purely up to you, and it has a nice little hook under the back of the chair, so it's nicely and neatly tucked away at the back. The headrest, which I mentioned was optional, comes in at £89, but it's fully upholstered and fully adjustable, so whichever position you're in, will be pretty comfy. I like it. And the footrest that I mentioned is about 40 quid. So for the whole set, you're probably looking at the bare part of £1,000. There's also this part, which is pretty cool. It has an asynchronous gravity-driven tilt mechanism, which basically means the seat and the backrest can move independently, like so. So you may be wondering, why should I care if it's got this fancy gravity-driven tilt? Well, depending on the type of gamer you are, maybe you're a bit more relaxed. You'll be leaning back, enjoying your console game like this. Or if you're playing an FPS, maybe you're a bit more engaged, you're tilted forward, and the chair's going to support you whichever way you are. Why does Edge claim that negative tilt is such a positive benefit? So, in most traditional chairs, you can lean back, you pull a lever, you lean back, and it's going to support you, right? But with Edge's GX1, you can tilt forward about up to 20 degrees and the chair follows you. You're supported pretty much in any position, and it's free flowing, which means you don't have to pull a lever to do so. It's all driven by where your body moves. One negative thing I would say about this chair is that it's a little bit finicky with the mechanisms on the side. When it comes to locking the chair to stop it from free flowing, it takes a little bit of finesse to stop it from moving. Just something to bear in mind. This chair was designed by Clyde, who is a chartered ergonomist and human factors specialist. Clyde got together with a former director of a massive peripherals company, not naming names, but they decided that gaming chairs were fundamentally flawed, which is taking pretty big shots at some heavy hitters in the industry already. So they decided, instead of skinning an office chair and building it up like some people are doing, they decided it would be best to build from the ground up. So all of their chairs are bespoke, handmade in Wales. So they want us to think about it like this. Think of most gaming racing chairs, right? The idea behind them is that you're supposed to be stationary. Because if you imagine them in like a sports car, the way the buckets are designed is you're not supposed to be moving. When you're whizzing around the track to prevent injury, you're supposed to be stationary. Now, for long gaming sessions, that may not be the best idea. So the guys at Edge want you to be able to have a bit of movement, because it's going to be better for your spine in the long run, right? Not saying that they want you to play for a really long time, but if you did, your spine would be a lot happier for it. You see me sitting in it. Let's have a bit of a closer look. So this is all handcrafted in the UK. You can see here it's absolutely gorgeous. It's stretched over the top. You don't see any of the logo stitching into it for that particular reason. They've got their logo down here and it's all really smooth, and then you've got that polyester cotton combination that I was mentioning earlier that's keeping this all really nice and airy. If we turn it around, you can see the armrests, which I mentioned were really fully adjustable. They go up and down, left and right, no matter what weird combination your body shape comes in. You've got the back, which can be, can I move it from here without breaking anything? It comes up pretty nicely and all the way down. So that's nice and fully customizable. The seat actually goes, I'm not sure if I can get enough pressure. I can. Oh, that's quite a big range actually. So you've got a nice range there for people with lanky legs like mine or little legs. You've got your locking mechanisms here. So remember I mentioned the whole asynchronous gravity-based tilt. You can turn it, you can lock it, turn it on and off from these levers. Here, they lock them in place and they enable you to move, which I can't do because I'm not sitting in it. The headrest, like I mentioned before, can be adjusted in height and in tilt to really get in there underneath your, there we go, underneath your neck, underneath your skull, and really support the back of your head there. And this is the cool feature that I actually really like. The inflatable lumbar support, there's a hook for it just down here, and with the pump, I'm not sure if you can see here, but it actually, oh no, I can see it, increases the size of the lumbar support right there, which can then again be neatly stuck under here so it's out of the way. The seat can also tilt forward and back. This chair has got so many points of articulation. You can really customize it to suit your own body shape and how you like to play games. One of the most annoying things for me about traditional racing car gaming chairs is the way the bucket seats are shaped, which is great if you're, you know, whizzing around the track and you don't want to be moving around too much. But if you want to be comfortable for a couple of sessions, being rigid and locked in place on your seat isn't that comfortable. What they've done here is they've actually got a molded seat base with memory foam that's a lot more comfortable, and it works around the shape of your butt, really. So you're going to be more comfortable for a longer period of time. I don't know about you, but I've got a big butt and I can't really fit in those chairs at all. So, yay! While the front of the chair always comes in black, you can get the back in red, green, blue, or black, which is matched with the hand stitching. And if you don't fancy having silver base, you can always get this changed to black. And the wheels come in choice of hard or softwood. Whatever combination you are, you can either get the standard seat, or they do come in slightly smaller sizes for children and people that are more petite. So you can get a smaller seat. So included in that big price tag is a 5-year warranty. Most chairs have about 1 or 2 max. So there's something to consider. With the footrest and the headrest and the chair as a complete package, you're looking at about £940, £950. I don't know if that's going to be enough to sell you on it. Look at it this way, if you're going to be sitting for long gaming sessions, your spine is going to suffer, your back is going to suffer in the long run. I personally would probably put the money down. I know I spend the majority of my time at a computer, but it's going to vary on the sort of usage you would get out of it. If you've got a monthly income of around 3K, it's probably a no-brainer. You can splurge on this and you'll be happy as Larry. If you've got a little bit less, then you may want to save up, maybe think about it, you know, get a cheaper chair, add a couple extra cushions. But if you've got a lot of money, then, you know, do what you want. I'm not your mother. Spend your money how you want it. It's comfortable. The mechanisms are a little bit finicky for me, but I think that's something you would get over the more you use it. But I like it. But what do you guys think? How much is your spine worth? If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to find out when the next videos are. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.